Okay, thank you. I'm Dewi Satria Saragi who will explain about assessment of ESP. Okay, for the first is the aims and why assess. Assessment of ESP according to Dudley Evans and Santajorn. Assessment does not stand alone but occupies a prominent place in the ESP process, giving an ESP teacher a wealth of information on the effectiveness and quality of learning and teaching. Dudley Evans and Santajorn added assessment encompasses benefits such as reinforcement, confidence building, involvement, and building on strength. Types of assessment for ESP. For the first one is formative assessment, and for the second one is self-assessment, and for the third one is summative assessment traditional, and for the fourth one is continuous assessment. Assessment for ESP. Continuous assessment is assessment by the teacher and possibly by the student of class performances, pieces of work, and projects throughout the course. This type of assessment implies assessment which is integrated into the course and which contributes in some cumulative way to the assessment at the end of the course. It normally includes a series of focus tasks. Types of assessment for ESP. For the first one is about formative assessment. Formative assessment refers to assessment that is specifically intended to provide feedback on performance to improve and accelerate learning. Formative assessment takes place as the course is in progress and provides information about how well the students are doing, what they have achieved, what they need to work on, and how well the course is meeting their needs. For the second one is self-assessment. Self and peer assessments are considered vehicles to improve learning. Self-assessment answers the question, how am I doing? The aim of self-assessment is to promote numerous lifelong learning. Dickinson has three reasons for using self-assessment. There are assessment leading towards evaluation is an important educational objective in its own right. Training learners in this is beneficial to learning. Self-assessment in accessory part of self-determination. Self-assessment lesson the assessment burden on the teacher. And for the third one is about summative assessment traditional. Summative assessment sums up students' attainment at the end of the course with a grade. It provides information about their overall achievements, whether they achieve the learning outcomes, and the overall effectiveness of the course. Traditional summative assessment techniques generally take the form of exams, in-class tests, and assignments. Such techniques, when applied alone, can often lead students to play a strategic game where the learning comes secondary to completing the task and receiving a grade. Summative assessment rarely includes qualitative feedback, which is a vital aid to personal development. Assessment strategies in ESP course as a way for motivating students' learning. Motivation as an incentive for learning, the role of materials and methods in motivating student learning, researching student attitudes to assessment, assessing students' what, why, and how. Okay, motivation as an incentive for learning. For the first is motivation is eagerness and willingness to do something without needing to be told or forced to do it. Motivation is a desire to achieve a goal combined with the energy to work towards that goal. Students who are motivated have a desire to undertake their study and complete the requirements of their course. Many researchers consider motivation as one of the main elements that determine success in developing A foreign language it determines the extent of active personal involvement in language learning. Researching student attitudes to assessment. For the first is assessment should help you to learn. For the second, assessment must be consistent with the objectives of the course and what is taught and learned. For the third, variety in types of assessment allows a range of different learning outcomes to be assessed. It also keeps you interested. For the fourth, you need to understand clearly what is expected of you in assessed tasks. For the fifth, criteria for assessment should be detailed, transparent, and justifiable. For the sixth, you need specific and timely feedback on your work, not just a grade. For the seventh, to merge assessment is unnecessary and may be counterproductive. Okay, I think that's all my explanation about assessment in SSP. Thank you.